Hello, welcome to Raw Tropical Living. How's everybody doing today? It is shaping up to be a scorcher here in South Alabama, although I do see some clouds, and I'm really trying to mentally move these clouds a little bit closer so we don't get up into those heat indexes of way up in the hundreds. But it's all good because if you know me, I'm hydrated. Already had my watermelon juice this morning. Let's get right to it. I want to talk about the top mistake on raw food diet today. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you're new here, first time you've seen it, or if you haven't done it already, hit that subscribe button now. And then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Ooh, went down to Pensacola yesterday. It was overcast going down there. It was one of those really just easy days. Good day. Didn't get crazy hot. Got 2 more boxes of mangoes, which I had run out. Let's see, what is today? I'm losing track of days. I ran out on Wednesday, so perfect timing. Picked up 2 more boxes yesterday, and I've got just enough to last me right up until next Thursday, which is when I'll go back to Pensacola, spend the night, then fly to Albany the next day. But anyhow, the top mistake on a raw food diet is very simple in my opinion. Just from everything I've seen over 6 years, whether it's been comments, whether it's been questions in Facebook groups, whether it's been forums, whether it's been people sending me personal messages, all over the place. I really believe this is the biggest impediment to people doing this lifestyle, and it's overthinking. As humans, we want to overthink everything, and I understand it. I don't do it on food, but I do it in other areas. It's like this mentality of and also too psychologically, it's like, you feel like you're doing something, but you're not really doing anything, like you're waiting. You have to learn all this knowledge, and it's like you haven't actually applied it. I see more people asking next level, minute, detailed questions that haven't even really started, haven't really done the lifestyle yet. They're not even remotely doing it. It's like they want to get all the information in a row. It's like once I have all the information, once I believe I have figured out the perfect way to do it, then I'll do it. That's kind of me with other things that I study online where it comes to technology and stuff. I can be a little bit of a, and it's always like I feel like I'm putting it off. I can be one of these people that'll watch 100 videos on something on YouTube and I haven't put it into practice yet, and then I catch myself and I'm like, look dude, you're too worried about making mistakes. And that's also part of overthinking. People overthink because they're afraid. You're not going to fall apart. You're not going to fall apart if you do not do this raw food diet perfectly. I mean, think about it. Just use common sense. Common sense and logic and reason will take you so far in this life without actually knowing something about something. You lived on the standard American diet. Think of some of the things you've eaten for years and years and years. Think of other things that you've put into your body. You didn't die. Some people actually, I won't say you thrive, but you thrive compared to other people. You did okay, so you didn't die. So what makes you think all of a sudden you're going to die eating like this? You've cut out the bad stuff. Now that's not to say when you are going to make mistakes. You are going to leave things out. There are going to be things you're missing, but you'll figure that out along the way. Just jump in. Just jump into the water and start swimming. Figure out how to do it as you go. And as you're doing it, then you can hone your knowledge. Then you can learn more about it. But all these minute details. And I attribute a lot of this to, I had a note, it's about extremists. Listening to extremists will get in your head big time. Big time. I didn't do it for very long, but I just remember like that first maybe month of doing this lifestyle, and I'd go to YouTube and I'd watch videos and I would do searches. It wasn't so much like I was a fanboy of anybody. I was just still doing what I do now. I was doing a lot of searches when I wanted to know about a particular topic. And man, being new to this lifestyle, it was intimidating because the extremists screw everybody up. I want to double down on that message. The extremists screw you up, get into your head, and they're the ones that give you this vision of perfection on this lifestyle. I remember one time I don't know why this stuck in my head, but somebody was going on. I had seen all these details about, oh, you need to do your you need to make your juice just like this or it'll oxygenate, blah, 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 blah. And somebody mentioned a ceramic knife, and they got into this. I was watching some video about a ceramic knife, so all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, now I got to find a ceramic knife, and I got to get this. And I was jumping here and I was jumping there, thinking that all of this stuff was absolutely necessary, and if I didn't have this stuff or do things a certain way on this raw food diet, that chaos would ensue. And it didn't. And you know, pretty soon over the course of getting into this lifestyle, starting to apply it myself, I said, no, I'm just not really interested in going down that road, in fanboying somebody and being one big follower that listened to all this stuff. No, I've kept it pretty practical from the very beginning. Yeah, and it's those minute details. Now, I'm not saying details aren't important in life, but I think you figure out the big picture first. I'm a big picture kind of person. It's like you jump in, you start doing the lifestyle. You make your mistakes. You learn from mistakes. Some people out there, I imagine that I see saying some of this stuff, doing some of this stuff, being susceptible to some of this stuff. I imagine you have kids. Don't you tell your kids that same thing? That's how you learn, is through the mistakes. When you make mistakes, you evaluate those mistakes and you move on. And there's another little mini lesson right there. Stop getting so caught up in these mistakes. Stop getting so emotional about the mistakes. Stop going on and on and on about them. They're learning, they're lessons. Mistakes are great. You take that mistake, and if you take the emotion out of it and you analyze it, instead of going, oh, I'm so bad, I did this, and going to your Facebook group and wallowing in misery with those other people that are doing the same thing, you'll figure this lifestyle out. I didn't have a whole lot of notes today. I was just kind of, you know, like I say, it's staying on one kind of, there weren't a lot of bullet points to talk about, because it's just as simple as that. And that's why I don't have answers to a lot of why questions and a lot of detailed questions, because it's nothing that I've ever troubled my mind about. I don't care about some of that stuff. I'm not trying to be perfect. I've come to I understand my body. Over 6 years of kind of coming out of the fog that used to be my life, and you know, working through this lifestyle, I understand my body. I listen to my body more than I listen to things that are coming into me. So, now you have to listen. I think sometimes I'll go back and watch a video. I don't want to tell you not to consume content out there. I don't want to tell you not to explore, not to study, not to research, not to learn facts about this lifestyle. But I'm saying control how you do it. That's why I'm always saying Google and YouTube. Do search terms. Ask those same questions that you ask in groups. I want to say this for the 100,000th time. Stop just saying, just stop going to a group and just posting in general. Hey, does anybody know blah, 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 blah. That is the worst idea in the world. Unless, I mean, there are exceptions, and there's certain subjects to where you do want to just get people's takes. You do want to get their opinion. But it would be so much efficient for you, and you would get such better answers, and you would get more efficient answers and quicker if you, instead of doing that in your little Facebook group or in some forum where it's just a free-for-all, go search that exact same thing and ask that same question on Google. Ask that same question on YouTube. Search all those terms. You can become your own researcher. I'm assuming you have intelligence and capabilities to understand stuff on you know, that you're reading and watching. So become your own expert. You can figure all this stuff out on your own. And when you do that, I drifted a little bit, but the reason being, when you do that, you block out that extremism, and you start honing your own view of this lifestyle. There's so many people out there, they don't have their own view of this lifestyle. They're just taking stuff from others. It's like they're extensions of other people. They do somebody else's version of things, where I don't do anybody's version of this lifestyle. I don't do anybody's version of this lifestyle. Stack me up against anybody, and they don't. You can't say, oh, he does it like this, or he does it like that person. I do my own thing. good or bad. And I feel like that has worked for me, whereas I could have gone that other way. I could have been susceptible. I think I could see myself definitely at a younger age having gone a different path on this thing and gotten caught up a little bit more in the extremism and gotten a little bit more into the detail thing. As you get older, you kind of just understand things in general a little bit more. And basically, in the end, it's all going to come down to one thing for me. But this is for me. Everybody else should have that same evaluation for themselves. What I'm doing works. What I'm doing, hey, you know what? Maybe all this stuff about being unique and we're all different is true. But what I do works for at least one person on this planet of 7 billion people. Because I feel good all the time. I feel top notch all the time. And I keep improving how I feel all the time. I keep feeling just a little bit better 6 years into this thing. So that's all I got to say right there, is it's worked for me. And the process, I'm not saying eating exactly like me will work for you, but I will guarantee you the process will work for you. If you will become your own researcher, and if you will stop depending on opinions and what other people, you know, their opinions are, and just do your research and figure this out on your own, and do it while you're doing it. Do it while you're learning it. Start doing it today. Start being a practitioner today. Don't wait until you're ready. Don't wait until you learn more, you know. Anyhow, that's all I got for you today. Hope you guys enjoyed this message. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.